Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the CINOTON brand, their 150 watt LED linear high bay shop light. It's 2 feet wide and produces a lot of light. We're going to be checking this out. It's got 420 pieces of SMD2835 LED chips along here. Produces about 19,000 lumen. And it's a cool white light in terms of the color itself, as if it's like daylight. And it should be pretty efficient at 130 lumens per watt. So luminous efficiency. So you should be able to replace your traditional 600 watts MH or HPS or HID lamps. And this will allow you to save energy, about 85% of your electricity bill. These LEDs should last a lifetime of about 50,000 hours. This product gets excellent customer ratings, and the company offers a full 60-month or 5-year warranty on the product and friendly customer service. So the profile of this is nice and small, 2 feet by 1 foot. I like that. And we're going to show you what's on the other side of this. We're going to open it up and show you how to wire this in. It's all metal and corrosion resistant paint on here. And this has a couple of unique features. Has 2 kilovolt surge protection. So when you're powering this up in your house, if you have some kind of a surge on the power, it's not going to break the circuitry inside here that drives these LEDs. That's pretty neat. There's also a circuit in here and a connector so that you can do dimming control, and that dimming control will work with a voltage signal, and that's kind of interesting and unique. You'd also hook it up to alarms. So the manual does discuss what to do with this product, and they do have hanging suggestions and how you're going to wire it to NPT if you want, or just wire it directly, and also how to wire it for motion sensor PRs and things like that. So they do pretty much cover everything you're going to need to know on it. Comes with the mounting holders right there and 3.3 foot chain. We're going to show you how to install that. This can be used in a wide range of private, industrial, or commercial lighting applications: garages, shops, warehouses, factories, offices, gyms. I'm going to be interested in using it in my basement. I want to put this in an area that's a little dark in my basement. So that dimming control works from 0 to 10 volts, and it will allow you to vary from 0 to 100% if you do want to have a dimmer control on this. So this is also works with a wide operating temperature and humidity range, and you don't have to worry about water. If you put it in an area where there's a lot of moisture, this will be fine. And this is DLC certified, which talks about the efficiency. So they had to get a certification from the company DLC, and it's underwriter laboratory. So you know that this is safe, and you're going to trust the materials this is made out of. So here's the back side of it, and you can see it's got cooling ports on there to cool the electronics down, and the LEDs themselves are cooled down by this piece of metal right here, if this aluminum or metal. Here is the input with a screw, and here's where you could bring in your power to this right here. And you also notice that right here, which is really important, you see that UL certification, and that number tells you that this is certified by Underwriter Laboratories, and here's the wattage and so forth. They do tell you that it draws 1.6 amps, so you can see that it doesn't take too much energy to drive this at 1.6 amps. We're going to actually measure that. Shows it at 150 watts per X. You're going to measure the power that this thing consumes. So removing that little hatch, and what you see right here is the low voltage 0 to 10 volts. You got the ground, the minus, the plus. This is what's going to allow you to vary the brightness. Then you have your basic connections. You have your earth ground, which is the metal itself. Then you have your hot, and you have your neutral on there. Very simple to wire this up. So we're going to wire this up to a temporary plug, and we're going to try this out. And it comes with the connectors that you can use to wire this up to your 120 volt wires, your hot and neutral and ground. So the hooks go right in like that. There's one for each side, and it just clips in place, and that's where you're going to put the chains from your ceiling rafters in your basement, wherever you're going to mount this. Really simple. And for testing purposes, I do have a plug where I've got the ground labeled hot and the neutral, and I've got clips on there so I could test this out, make sure everything works okay before I hardwire it in. So here I have it powered, and I had a watt meter, and you can see it's about 155 watts, just like they're saying, drawing 1.26 amps. So it's very efficient and it's extremely bright. I don't want to damage my camera, so I have it turned upside down, but it's really bright white light. Here I want to demonstrate the dimming control. So I have a DC connection on those wires, and the positive is the black wire and the negative is the pink wire, opposite what I would think. So 1.68 volts, and if I increase that, you see that the light gets brighter. So you've got the control over the brightness using the DC input. You can see I've brought all the way down to 0, and it's really accurate control. You can see full control of the light itself, which is really neat. Now, of course, you don't have to use that. You can just disconnect this connection, and the light is going to be on full brightness all the time. You don't need a power supply or a controller. So I'm in total darkness right now, and I have the light on pointing behind the camera, and it's basically lighting up my whole basement. It's that bright. And I can feel some heat on here. It's just really bright. We're going to measure the heat next, but I'm in total darkness without this. And you can see all the way down to the back of my basement studio area how bright, you can see just how bright this light really is. It's really incredible. I didn't expect it to be that bright. So I have it on. It's so bright I can't even look at it. So I'm going to do some thermal temperature measurements. See what it is right on the surface. 104, 107, 110. So you feel heat on here, but it's doing a good job of controlling the heat. I don't know if this camera can be able to pick that up because it's so bright. The iris is closed, but it's doing a good job of thermally conducting that heat away. So I'm running the dimmer right now because it's just so bright for my eyes and the camera. I'm going to be mounting this on my basement rafters, but I wanted to finalize this review and show you give you my opinion about this so you know what a great value it is. This is a very bright light. I'm still seeing stars after looking inside it. You saw how it lit up my whole basement. So right now I've got it on the lowest setting just so I could film this properly so you can see my hand and everything. So what do I think about this CINOTON brand, this 150 watt LED linear high bay shop light with the dimming control that I showed and the really balanced white light. You notice there's no flicker, there's no flicker even on the lower setting. It's not flicking in the camera, which means that the quality index of this light is very high. So I'm impressed with the brightness, the quality of the light, the low power, and the heat dissipation of this light. I'm going to give this a full 5-star rating. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're alerted to new video uploads. And if you thought this review was helpful, please hit the like button. There'll be an ordering link in the information section of this video review. Please use that link when you order this product to help support this channel. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decision. Thank you for watching.